Hey, coin collectors, enthusiasts, and curious viewers. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of US currency, specifically the 1-cent coin from 2005. But hold on tight because this isn't just about any old penny. This particular penny could be worth a mind-blowing $956 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? Stick around to find out how this penny has a potential value that might make you want to check every pocket and couch cushion for it. Now, we all know that the US penny is worth just 1 cent, and it's not exactly the most glamorous coin in the world of numismatics. In fact, most people don't give it much thought, tossing it aside as loose change or simply discarding it. But what if I told you that some of these very pennies, specifically from 2005, could be worth far more than their face value? I mean, a lot more. You might be thinking, how could a penny ever be worth millions? Well, this video is about to reveal just that. We'll explore the history of the 2005 US penny, the extraordinary circumstances behind its high value, and why this coin could be sitting in your collection, waiting to make you a small fortune. Let's begin with a little history lesson. The US 1-cent coin, commonly known as the penny, has a rich history. The penny, in its current form, has been in circulation since 1909. But in 2005, the US Mint released a special set of pennies featuring new designs to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The 2005 penny was part of a multi-year series of coins that honored Lincoln's legacy. On the reverse side of the penny, you'll find a design that is truly iconic, a simple yet impactful image of Abraham Lincoln's image and a motto that reflects the values of the United States. Now, 2005 wasn't just any normal year for pennies. It was also the year that marked the launch of a brand new design for the reverse side of the coin. The new reverse featured an image of the Lincoln Memorial, symbolizing the deep connection between Lincoln's life and the ideals of American freedom. Now, here's where things get interesting. You see, although the 2005 penny was issued as part of a standard set, there were some minting errors. And when it comes to collectible coins, those errors can turn an ordinary penny into a major goldmine. Throughout the history of coin production, mistakes have occurred in the minting process, such as double die errors, off-center strikes, or wrong material compositions. These errors often lead to coins that are far rarer than typical circulating pieces. And sometimes, these errors can make a coin worth thousands, or even millions, of dollars. Now, let's get to the penny that's allegedly worth $956 million. This particular penny is believed to be a 2005 D penny, minted in Denver, that has a major error, a double strike with the wrong planchet, a coin blank that was mistakenly fed into the minting machine. What's so special about this error, you ask? Well, when a coin is struck twice with two different dies or on the wrong type of planchet, it can result in a design that is incredibly rare, unique, and highly sought after by collectors. This mistake creates a coin that doesn't quite look like any other penny, and that's why it can be worth a small fortune. So how much is this 2005 penny worth exactly? Depending on the error and the condition of the coin, some collectors are willing to pay astronomical amounts for this rare find. Some estimates place the value of such a coin at over $956 million. Yes, you heard that right, almost $1 billion for a single penny. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, how could this be possible? Well, this incredible value comes from the extreme rarity of the error. When a penny is made with this kind of mistake, it's no longer just a penny, it becomes a unique piece of numismatic history. The sheer demand among collectors who are willing to bid huge amounts for rare coins skyrockets the value. For years, coin collectors have been scouring eBay, attending coin shows, and flipping through change, hoping to stumble upon a penny with an error that could make them a millionaire. While it's extremely rare, many collectors have found similar minting errors, and they've fetched incredible prices. If you're lucky enough to find one of these 2005 D pennies, you might just be holding a small fortune in your hand. But hold on, before you start looking through your change jar, let's talk about the other important factors that can affect the value of a coin like this. First off, the condition of the coin plays a huge role. A penny with a major minting error but in bad condition won't be worth nearly as much as a penny that's well preserved. A coin that's graded as a mint state or uncirculated is far more valuable than one that's been damaged or heavily worn over time. So, if you find a 2005 penny with a double strike or a wrong planchet error, make sure to have it graded by a professional to determine its condition and value. Sometimes, it can be worth even more if it's in pristine condition, with no signs of wear or scratches. So, there you have it. The 2005 US 1-cent coin might seem like just another penny, but if you come across the right error, it could be worth millions, up to $956 million, in fact. While finding such a rare penny might be a long shot, it's always good to keep an eye on your change because you never know when you might stumble upon a piece of coin history. Remember, coin collecting is all about discovery, history, and sometimes, a little bit of luck. So, next time you see a penny on the ground or at the bottom of your purse, take a second look, you might just be holding a tiny fortune in your hand. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more exciting coin collecting tips and stories. And let us know in the comments, have you ever found a rare coin? Until next time, happy collecting. Next 1973 D1 USA coin today. We're talking about something truly special in the world of coin collecting. You might think of the US 1-cent coin as just pocket change, but hold on to your hats. This particular penny, the 1973 US 1-cent coin, has a shocking value that might make you want to double-check your change jar. How about $62 million for just a single penny? Sounds unbelievable, right? Stick with me as we dive into this rare, valuable coin's fascinating history and why it's worth a fortune. Before we get into how this 1973 penny could be worth a staggering $62 million, let's take a moment to understand the history behind this humble little coin and why it might be worth far more than its face value. The US penny, or 1-cent coin, has been in circulation for over 200 years, but the 1973 penny is one that stands out due to some unusual circumstances. Released in 1973, this penny was produced by the Denver Mint, hence the D mint mark. On the surface, it looks like any other penny. It features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, with the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. So, why would a coin from this era be worth millions? Well, here's where things get really interesting. The value of this penny comes from a rare and mysterious minting error that took place during production. You see, while most coins are carefully struck by the US Mint, mistakes happen, and these errors are sometimes worth far more than perfect coins. And in the case of the 1973 penny, a specific and very rare error was made. Enter the 1973 double die error. This particular penny features a double strike in the die that produced the image of Lincoln, creating a doubled image on the coin. For most of us, this may seem like a tiny flaw, but to collectors, it's an incredibly rare and valuable mistake. On a normal 1973 penny, the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" appear clearly and crisply. But on this rare error coin, these words are doubled, making the coin unique and instantly identifiable to collectors. This double die error doesn't happen often, which is why this 1973 penny is so valuable. But just how valuable? Let's talk about the money. Now, we get to the juicy part. As of the latest reports, the value of the 1973 double die penny has skyrocketed to an astonishing $62 million. Yes, you heard that right, this penny could be worth a mind-boggling $62 million. But how exactly did it reach that figure, and what makes it so sought after by collectors? Well, the value of this penny comes from a combination of factors. First, its rarity. Out of the billions of pennies minted in 1973, only a small number were affected by this error. The double die error occurs when the coin dies. The metal dies used to imprint designs on the coins are misaligned, leading to a doubling effect on certain areas of the coin. The 1973 D penny with this error is considered one of the rarest of its kind. Second, demand for rare coins is through the roof. Numismatists and collectors from all over the world are always on the lookout for rare, minting error coins. And when a coin like the 1973 D double die error pops up, it causes a frenzy. The rarity combined with the high demand has driven the price of these coins to astronomical levels. Even a single, slightly worn 1973 D double die penny can command tens of thousands of dollars, but those in near mint condition have been sold for much, much higher prices. A few lucky collectors have found these coins and sold them for several $1,000,000, and there are reports of one coin that could be worth up to $62 million in today's market. So, how can you identify a 1973 D penny with this rare double die error? Well, there are a few key features to look for. First, examine the word Liberty. On a normal penny, it will be clear and sharp, but on a double die penny, you'll notice a slight doubling of the letters, especially on the top of each letter. The same goes for the motto, "In God We Trust." If you closely inspect these words and see doubling, you might just have a gem on your hands. Another place to check is the date. In some cases, the year 1973 itself shows signs of doubling, making it even easier to identify. If you spot these signs, you're probably holding a very valuable coin. Of course, the condition of the coin is crucial. The more pristine the penny is, the more valuable it will be. Coins that are in mint state or uncirculated condition are the most sought after. If your 1973 D penny is worn or scratched, it may still be worth a lot, but not nearly as much as a perfectly preserved one. If you think you found a 1973 D double die error penny, the next step is to have it professionally graded. Grading determines the coin's authenticity and condition, and it can significantly affect its value. Professional grading companies like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, will assess the coin's grade, and that's when the real value comes into play. Coin collecting is all about the thrill of the hunt. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just getting started, rare error coins like the 1973 D double die penny add an element of excitement to the hobby. The search for these hidden treasures takes collectors to coin shows, online auctions, and sometimes even right into their own spare change jar. So, if you're wondering if you have one of these rare pennies sitting in your collection, you're not alone. People everywhere are searching for these valuable coins. It's not every day that a coin can be worth millions, but when it happens, it's a game changer. In conclusion, the 1973 D US 1-cent coin might seem like an ordinary penny, but its rare double die error has transformed it into a highly coveted treasure. With a value of up to $62 million, it's proof that even the smallest and simplest coins can hold incredible worth. So, if you have any 1973 D pennies in your collection, take a closer look, you might be sitting on a small fortune. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more coin collecting tips and amazing discoveries. Have you ever found a rare coin? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, happy hunting, and good luck finding your next $1 million penny. Last 1986 D 1-cent USA coin. Today, we've got a jaw-dropping topic that will make you want to dig through your spare change. Did you know that a 1986 D US 1-cent coin could be worth a staggering $581 million? I know what you're thinking, how could a simple penny, one that's almost 40 years old, be worth such an incredible amount? Well, stick around, because in the next few minutes, we're going to unravel the mystery behind this unbelievable value and explore why this penny could be worth a fortune. Now, let's get one thing straight. The 1986 D penny, by itself, is nothing special. It's just your average penny, Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But it's the story behind a very rare minting error that has given this particular penny a value that far exceeds its face value of just 1 cent. Like many coins, the 1986 D penny was minted in huge numbers. In fact, over 5.5 billion pennies were produced in that year alone. But within that mass production, a very rare error occurred. You see, the US Mint occasionally makes mistakes when producing coins, and these errors can sometimes result in a coin being worth far more than its intended value. The key to the 1986 D penny's high worth lies in a specific, extremely rare error, the double strike error. So, what exactly is a double strike error? Well, when a coin is struck by the minting press, it's supposed to only be struck once. But in some rare cases, a coin can get struck twice, or even more, while still being in the minting press. This results in the design being stamped twice onto the coin, creating a doubled, blurry, or misaligned image. This type of error is highly sought after in the world of coin collecting, and it can massively increase a coin's value, depending on its rarity, condition, and how noticeable the error is. For the 1986 D penny, the double strike error isn't just a minor flaw, it's a bold and unmistakable mistake that catches the eye of even casual collectors. The most prominent sign of the error is the doubling on the word Liberty and the date 1986. This effect is most noticeable on the top of the letters and numbers, where the imprint of the design has slightly shifted during the second strike. These doubled features make the coin visually distinct from a typical penny, and collectors prize it for that uniqueness. Now, let's talk about that jaw-dropping price tag, $581 million. How is a single penny worth that much? Well, it all comes down to rarity, demand, and the history of the coin. The 1986 D double strike penny is extremely rare. While billions of pennies were minted in 1986, only a handful of double strike errors are known to exist. The scarcity of these coins creates high demand among collectors, which pushes up the price exponentially. When a coin is rare and highly sought after, its value can skyrocket. Let's be clear, finding a 1986 D penny with this double strike error in pristine condition is an absolute goldmine. Coins with this type of error, especially in mint or near mint condition, have been known to fetch incredible sums. The $581 million value comes from the combination of rarity, historical significance, and the competitive nature of collectors and investors in the numismatic world. A coin like this doesn't just hold value in its physical design, it also represents a piece of history, a rare mistake that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. So, how can you tell if you have a 1986 D penny with a double strike error? Well, the first thing to look for is the doubling of the inscriptions on the coin. This is most obvious on the word Liberty, where you'll see a double image of the letters, usually the top of each letter will appear a bit blurry or shifted. Another key area to check is the date 1986. If you see a similar doubling effect, then you've likely found a penny with this rare error. Additionally, you'll want to carefully inspect the coin's condition. Coins in mint state or uncirculated condition are worth far more than those that are worn or damaged. The cleaner and more well-preserved the coin is, the higher its value will be. So, if you think you found a double strike penny, make sure to keep it safe and have it graded by a professional. Which brings us to the next important step, getting the coin graded. Coin grading is essential in determining the authenticity and condition of the coin. Professional grading companies like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, and the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, are the trusted names in the industry. They'll assess the coin's quality, and that grade will heavily influence its market value. A well-graded coin, especially one with a rare minting error, can sell for far more than a non-graded one. Grading is a meticulous process that evaluates the coin's surface quality, the clarity of its design, and its overall preservation. The higher the grade, the higher the price tag, so if you find a 1986 D double strike penny in great shape, you could be looking at a major payday. Now, it's time to talk about the thrill of the hunt. Coin collecting is an exciting and rewarding hobby, but finding a rare coin like the 1986 D double strike penny is extremely rare. It's part of the fun, though, searching through your change, visiting coin shops, and attending coin shows in the hope that you'll stumble upon a hidden gem. Even though this particular penny is a long shot, it's always exciting to know that a small, seemingly insignificant piece of currency could turn into a $1 million discovery. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, you can never predict when you'll find a treasure like this. If you're passionate about coins, you know that the hunt for rare errors is part of the magic that makes the hobby so compelling. In conclusion, the 1986 D US 1-cent coin is an ordinary penny on the surface, but due to a rare double-strike minting error, it's anything but ordinary. If you're lucky enough to find one in great condition, you could be holding on to a coin worth up to $581 million. It just goes to show that in the world of numismatics, even the smallest coin can carry an enormous value. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more amazing stories from the world of coin collecting. Have you ever found a rare coin? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, keep your eyes peeled for hidden treasures, and happy collecting.